I am Maya and I have tried what the Kata project prepared. I will show you how to build an aquaponics system. We also call it fish garden. It combines an aquarium with fishes together with a greenhouse with plants. Probably you can imagine how much work an aquarium and a greenhouse costs. You need to clean the aquarium and secure water quality so the fish are well. For the greenhouse, you need to water the plants at least daily and you need expensive fertilizer for plants. An aquaponics system is simply said a circular system. Water from the aquarium is pumped towards the soil of the plants. The excretions of the fish are used as fertilizer for the plants, so the water is cleaned automatically. Now we will briefly show you what you need. We have 3 areas: the aquarium, the planter and the control system. We have prepared an aquarium with about 50 liters water, 60 centimeters long and 30 centimeters wide. We have already filled the aquarium with stones at the bottom. You also need 2 pumps. One pump to supply oxygen and another pump for the water. Those are hidden behind the filter sponge. Secondly, we fill the planter with clay pebbles and the plants of your choice. We use mint plants for our system. We also need a tube which we just put into the pebbles. Make sure the tube is fixed securely. Let us connect the pumps and make a test try. Just connect the pumps and you can see the water circulate. It works! Now we add some electronics. We use an Arduino, which you can buy for a few euros. It's a microcontroller, which is basically a very simple computer. We have several sensors to measure the temperature, air humidity, water level, and soil humidity. You can also add sensors for more, for example brightness or pH level. To measure the pH level, we use a simple test kit. Finally, we need a small display. And of course, we need a computer to program our little Arduino. Have a look at lab.openroberta.org. Now let's build the control center. We have 4 tasks. First, controlling the air temperature and humidity. When it's below or above a certain value, we need to put a warning. Second, we control the water flow. Whenever the plants need water or after a certain time, we need to use a pump. Thirdly, we will measure brightness. If there is not enough light, the plants will not grow. Finally, we'll measure the water quality using a pH sensor, so we can warn you when the water quality is bad. Now I will show you how to program little Arduino. I've opened OpenRoberta and prepared some code blocks already. First we need to choose Nepo for Arduino, and then Arduino Uno. I now open the program. Have a look how the program is structured. Here we configure the robot. We have connected 3 sensors for temperature, soil humidity, water level, and moisture. We have also connected a motor which runs the pump. We need to configure which pins we use for. For example, the moisture sensor is connected to pin A2. In the program, we define a few variables. We use 1 variable each for storing temperature, soil, and water level. We also set upper and lower values. For example, which temperature is too high for the plants and which is too low. In this block, we read the sensors. We write the temperature to the variable temperature, and the moisture to the variable soil humidity. We have also a variable out. In this text, we store what to write out to the display, for example, the temperature or warning. In this block, we have the control system. When the temperature is too low or too high, we write a warning to the display. In the next line, you see what to check the soil. If it's too dry, we go to the function water. We then write the temperature and soil humidity to the display, sometimes with a warning. Here we have the function water. First, we check if the water level is high enough. If there is enough water, we set the value for the actuator to 1. This means that electricity is running. We let it run for some time. Here we water for 5 seconds. If the water level is not high enough, we write a warning so the water is filled up. Then we return to the main program. Now let us put the blocks together. To repeat, we define the variables and read the sensors. Then we check the temperature and soil. Now we have program complete. So what to do next? Let us have a look. We have connected the breadboard, which is easier to handle. We connect the sensors and the display with the so-called pins. Make sure that you remember which sensor is connected to which pin. First connect with the Arduino. For this you need to open Roberto connector and get a code for your device. Next you transfer your program to the Arduino using this arrow. Now the program will run. Let us see whether our fish garden is running. Have a look, the display shows your temperature and also the system is watering. Yeah, it works! So this is what you can do to build a fish garden. You can see all the instructions on kata-project.eu. Have fun!